Declutter, yeah, declutter. Hi beauties, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because today we are continuing on with the declutter series. We are getting into part 2 of eyeshadows today. The reason why I split this up into 3 parts is because y'all, I just talk too damn much. We're gonna be here for hours if we do it all in one. I have way too much eyeshadows, so today we're gonna get into my second drawer of eyeshadow palettes. Have it opened up and ready down here. We're ready to go and roll. I am so sorry that this has taken me a minute. Last weekend was my birthday and we went out of town for a minute, and then this week I've just been trying to catch up on some other things and things like that, but we're back and we're better than ever, and you already know I'm ready to get in this declutter series. I'm gonna try to do as much decluttering as possible until the end of the year because we got to make some room in here, and it's just feeling really cluttered, especially look at that. Look at that. We got to get rid of some of that, okay? Anyways, before we jump in, if you haven't already, make sure that you press that subscribe button and post notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video, baby. Also, if you haven't already and you're really into makeup tutorials, makeup unboxings, reviews, good things like that, you can check out my Instagram and TikTok. They're linked down below for y'all. Also, I need to ask y'all a question. I received this beauty last month from Wet n Wild. It is their Hello Kitty 50th birthday collection, and I need to know, do you guys want a review on that? Because if so, then I think that one might be my next video, or maybe the video after. I really want to get into the music and makeup, the Somo 9 Lives. I've been dying to listen to that, and I'm trying to wait so I can listen to it with y'all. Anyways, I'm so freaking excited. I finally got my new phone turned on. I am gonna film on the GoPro today though, just because I feel like I've been really liking the GoPro, and maybe I'll eventually get a regular camera so it's not like such a wide angle, because I know that could be annoying when it's like inside and not outside, but I'm really liking the GoPro, so that's what I'm gonna film the rest of this video on. Let's cut to the GoPro and get to this declutter. Okay beauties, this is what we are working with here. I hope that the lighting is good and everything. I feel like this drawer is definitely even more packed than the last drawer, and I feel like I go into this drawer a lot more than this drawer. One of the reasons is because this drawer is so freaking heavy and it's so hard to pull out, so we definitely need to do some decluttering because I want to be able to go into this drawer more and enjoy these eyeshadow palettes, okay? Let's start with some smaller ones that I do have over here in the corner, just because they would not fit in the drawer above, but I think I can fit them up there now, which is nice, having the freaking space. First things first, I have some smaller ones here from JCat Beauty. These ones are really cute. They're actually meant to look like little candy bars. Like, they came in packaging like candy bars and everything, and they are all like shimmers inside, but look how freaking pretty and vibrant this is. This is gorgeous. I definitely don't think I need all 3 of them though, so let me take a look at them. Okay, so these are the ones that we're working with. I really do like this one. I just feel like I'm not going to really use that a lot except for that blue one right there. I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. And then we have these 2. Now this pink one is really cute. Really cute. But honestly, I don't really see myself using that much. I think I'm going to keep the yellow one and then get rid of those 2 because I really do like the colors in here. I don't think I've really used it, but I need to get some use out of this because this is really pretty. Now I have all of these smaller ones from Profusion, and I think some of them aren't even open yet. Now this one right here I will definitely be keeping. I enjoy these little palettes right here. They are super cute. They were super cheap at the time. I don't know if you could still get your hands on them, and the glitter in it is just so pretty, so I definitely want to keep that one. I also have the delightful Dahlia one. That's how you say that word. And this one is actually so freaking pretty as well. I'm gonna keep that for right now. We're gonna keep that. Not doing a good job so far. And then I have these 4 palettes. I'm definitely keeping the Evergreen. I actually just used this one last week, and I also used it when I went to the Casey Musgraves concert this week. I really enjoyed this, and y'all know I love my greens, so I'm keeping this. This one is also really pretty. I have not used this one yet, but this one is also really pretty, so I'm gonna keep this one. I'm a sucker for any greens and purples, okay? And then these 2, I believe they're both untouched. Let me see. Actually, no, this one is touched, and this one This one is still brand new. I'm gonna put this one in my giveaway pile, and then this one I'm gonna go ahead and declutter just because I feel like I'll get more use out of those two. Okay, I also have a couple of the Wednesday hard candy palettes. I will be keeping these. I think these are really, really pretty, and I believe that I got rid of a couple of the other ones, so I definitely want to keep these. And then, oh, here's my other Pat McGrath palette that I was talking about in the last video. This one is super, super cute. I believe I got this one in a BoxyCharm or Ipsy. Why can I not open it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You see those? Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. Oh, my goodness. She's gorgeous. And then I have a couple of these smaller ones from a brand called Color Spell. This is actually a sister brand to Profusion Cosmetics. You can find them at Dollar General. I personally still have not found them in my Dollar General. They do not carry this brand in my Dollar General, and it's really sad because I actually really enjoy it, and their prices are even better than freaking Profusion, and you know how Profusion's prices are. I actually have 2 more of their palettes right here. Oh, I'm gonna keep these 2 and get rid of these 2 just because I feel like I'll use these ones more. They have so many shades. Look at that. Look at that! For a Dollar General palette, you got to be kidding me. That is gorge. Actually, I changed my mind. I looked inside this one, I opened it up, and I looked inside and I said, shoot, well, she got me. This matte has like shimmers in it. Y'all know how much I love those shades that are matte, but it has the shimmer. So I'm gonna keep this one. Y'all, I literally just pulled all of these forward and I freaking like forgot about these. How do you forget about something so gorge? These are from Estate and they are literally perfect. I know I've had them for a freaking long time, so they're probably getting close to expired, if not already expired. But these are so gorgeous. Not only the packaging, but the freaking shades. Like, oh, are you kidding me? And I love the pan sizes. Like, I love when an eyeshadow palette has like huge pan sizes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep those. I have this one here from a brand called Sweet Reality Cosmetics. I don't believe that they are around anymore. Oh my gosh. This palette, I don't even think I've touched this palette. How? This is why, because I have too many eyeshadow palettes and I don't get to them all. I'm gonna keep that. I need to use that. Are you kidding me? I have one here from Beauty Bakery. Actually, I think I have 2 Beauty Bakery. No, maybe not. No. Okay, this is my only Beauty Bakery palette, like eyeshadow palette. I do have a face palette from them. This is really gorge, but I just, I want to, as much as I want to keep it, I just don't see myself using this. So I am going to go ahead and declutter this one. I have a couple for my girl over at Metamorphosis BF. I bought both of these this year, and I love Metamorphosis BF, and I feel like I have not touched these in a hot minute. Definitely keeping this one. I bought this one because of all the greens in it. I love green. And then this one, oh. This one's so gorgeous too. Yeah, this one is literally just as gorgeous. Again, for the greens and just like all the combinations you can do with this. I'm gonna keep those 2. Y'all, we're not doing good so far. We are not doing good so far. These 2 are from BH Cosmetics. We have the Puerto Rico. Oh, she's gorge. She's gorge, but I have so many colors like this, so we're gonna let her go. And then we have the Paris. Oh, obviously she got a lot of love in. She got a lot of love in, and I really do love the shimmers in here, especially that one, but I'm not gonna keep it just for the shimmers. That blue, she got a lot of love in. I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go as well. I think she's had her time. I have 2 here from Nema Beauty International. I know that these are definitely probably expired, but oh my gosh, I got so much love out of these. I got so much love out of these, and this brand is so freaking cool. I really don't know if they're around anymore, sadly, but I remember they had amazing lip kits and they had amazing eyeshadows. I used the crap out of these when I first got them. Look how freaking cute. I know that these are probably expired, but I am gonna go ahead and keep one of them just for like sentimental reasons. I really love this brand so much, so I am gonna keep this one because I feel like I'll get some more use out of her, and we're gonna declutter this one. I will definitely be keeping my Hip Dot Cup of Noodles. I just think this palette is so freaking cool and it's really cute, and the glitters are super pretty, so definitely want to keep. And then we have my, I will never get rid of this. This is my e.l.f. American Eagle collab, their eyeshadow palette. Y'all, I love this. Is it gonna come out? This is the Denim Days palette. I love this freaking palette. It is so freaking cute. I love American Eagle, and I just think this little tag detail is the cutest freaking thing. Also, denim on denim on denim on denim. Oh, I need to see Beyonce rocking this. Like, I really do. I feel like she would. Look at that. Ah, this is so gorgeous. And I love how it has like the imprints that it has on their pockets at American Eagle. Oh, I'm gonna keep her forever. Okay, we have the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. I feel like I've gotten rid of this under declutter. Y'all, I'm really bad at that. Like, when I go into the drawers that I've already decluttered stuff, like stuff that I haven't gotten rid of yet, and then I like look and I see what I still have, it's almost like shopping at Ulta, and then I end up putting it back in my drawer and then never freaking using it like before. You know what I mean? Does anybody else do that? Because it made me feel not so bad about myself. Anyways, this used to be like a staple for me, but I just know this is expired, like, and I just know that I'm not gonna reach for it, so why the heck do I want to keep it so bad? Honestly, the memories. I remember being so in love with this palette, and like, I remember being in love with Too Faced at one time. I used to love to collect their eyeshadow palettes. I had like the chocolate bars and all that. I'm gonna put her in the maybe pile. I'm gonna put her in the maybe because it's better than a yes, and it's better than a no. I have two Pop Beauty eyeshadow palettes. This one has been beat to hell and back, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let that one go. And then I have this one right here, which honestly, this one's really pretty, and it kind of reminds me of the one that I just got rid of from BH Cosmetics. Like, it has similar shades, so I'm gonna keep this one. What else do we have here? Let's see. We have one from Ciate London. I just know I'm gonna want to keep this. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's literally like opening up a little thing of gold. Like, look at the sparkles. I'm definitely keeping that. Oh my goodness. And then I have my Stranger Things MAC palette. I really don't use this palette. Like, I used it once and I didn't really honestly care for it. Like, for MAC Cosmetics, I feel like Ulta Beauty could have made this, like, and better at that point. But that shimmer is really pretty, and I really love Stranger Things, so I will be keeping this. I bought this for $10 at Ulta when it was on sale. Now, if you want a good Stranger Things palette and they still have it available, definitely check out the ColourPop one because it's really good. I have two here from Tarte that I deemed that I will never get rid of, like, ever. I used to love Tarte so freaking much back in the day. I collected like all of their eyeshadow palettes, and y'all already saw in my last video a couple of the special packaging ones that I had, the pineapple and the seashell. Now, this one is the Style by Harouche. I went on a hunt, and I think I've said this spiel every single time I've done declutter. I went on a hunt, like a manhunt, for this palette when it first came out, and I finally got my hands on it, and I used the crap out of this when I was in high school. This was like one of my all-time favorite palettes in high school. It was so great. You could take it with you anywhere. You could do your eyeshadow, you got your blush, and it's just perfect. I kind of wish that like more brands would do something like this, like, again, because I just think stuff like this is really cute and nostalgic in my opinion. But I will definitely be keeping this. Oh, just the packaging and everything, so perfect. And then this one is also like a special packaging one, limited edition, I think, that I bought a while ago. I think I was still in high school when I bought this, maybe, and maybe just like graduated that year, I don't know, but I've had this forever. And when I bought it, I was a little disappointed when I got home because I wasn't too like impressed by it. These over here are really cool because it's supposed to, you're supposed to take this basically and put it on top of these shades right here to make them different, like make them shift differently and stuff like that. I guess this was like really before duochromes were big, you know, so this is really cool. Mostly keeping it for the packaging and this nostalgia. I don't use it anymore, but it's just too hard to get rid of this, okay? You were like a teenager and you were working hard and you were like buying high-end makeup like this. It's so hard to like get rid of it. You know what I mean? When you work so hard for it. Now, I have two Violet Voss palettes right here. I might have another one in here. This one, I honestly don't think I've ever freaking touched, and I mean the blushes are really pretty, but I just don't think that I'm gonna use this, so I'm gonna get rid of her. And then this one right here is really pretty. It's a like berries, and I love a good berry. I will be keeping this one for sure. Like I said, I have another Violet Voss palette. I should have known. This one is the Essentials. I got this one a long time ago in BoxyCharm, and obviously she's had lots and lots of love. I feel like I decluttered this at one point too and maybe put it back in here, but I just don't see myself reaching for it, so I'm gonna let her go. And this one is another one that I will never get rid of. It's from Milani. It's their Gilded Getaway palette. I literally screamed when they came out with this palette, and my boyfriend ordered it for me, and you can tell that I've loved her so freaking much, so I will be keeping. This one right here is from a brand called Shayna B Cosmetics. It's the Miami Nights. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know it had a sleeve on it. Usually I get rid of sleeves unless I really want to keep them. I must have really loved this one. Honestly, I loved this palette when I first got it, especially that glitter. So freaking pretty, but I don't see myself reaching for it much more now, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. I really love their eyeshadow brushes. I use them pretty much every time I do my eyeshadows though. They are really nice detail brushes. Two more Milani eyeshadow palettes that I probably will never get rid of. I love these. They're so cute. This one is the Disco Days. Mostly shimmers, but so freaking pretty. So freaking pretty. And then this one is the Gilded Flora. This is probably my second favorite Milani eyeshadow palette. It's just... oh, it is so gorgeous. I really need Milani to keep coming out with eyeshadows like this, like eyeshadow palettes like this. I love this. I love this. Alrighty. I have one from Iconic London. This one is iconic. Like, look at this. Oh, so freaking iconic. Look how gorgeous. I am obsessed. Will be keeping. We have one from Laura Geller here. This one is super pretty. I just feel like I will not use it, even though it is really pretty, but I really only like the green and the orange in there, and everything else, I feel like it's gonna get missed. So we're gonna go ahead and pass this one along. Okay, y'all, it's actually been like 2 days since I started this video. My sister came over the other night, and then I started doing her makeup and the weekend and all that good stuff, but I plan on finishing this right now, so let's get back into it. This is the Makeup Revolution Clueless palette, and I really adore this palette, and I feel like this is one of the only palettes in my collection that I still have that's really pastel-y, so I want to keep this one. And then I have this one here from Dominique Cosmetics. I truly love Dominique Cosmetics eyeshadow formula. Like, they are so nice. Hold on, let me open this. This one to me is super neutral. Like, anybody and everybody can use this for every day, you know what I mean? And I really enjoy the formula in here, especially the shimmers. They are so freaking nice. I only have one other Dominique Cosmetic palette, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll be keeping both of them because I just love them. The other one is expired, but this one is pretty new. I got it in an Ipsy or a BoxyCharm, and I am obsessed, so I'm gonna keep this. We have two Transluce palettes, and I believe that I got rid of one of these in the past. Y'all, don't come for me. I know I'd be putting a lot of my palettes that I got rid of back in here, but I'm indecisive when it comes to makeup, especially when it comes to eyeshadow. And the reason why I put this one back in here is because I love these freaking shimmers, especially that green one, that gold one. Like, that's exactly why I put this palette back in here. And you know what? I'm going to keep her, and I'm going to have no shame in that because she's gorgeous. And then this is the first Transluce palette that I ever tried, and this one is so gorgeous. Like, I love this one. 10/10 will be keeping. I have my Destino palette from Alamar Cosmetics. I will definitely be keeping this one as well. Not only is it like so innovative, the packaging, it's so cool, but these, are you kidding me? Like, this color story and everything, I love it. I love this palette so freaking much. And that minty shade, it just calls to me every time I open this up. So I'm definitely going to be keeping that. This one is definitely one that I've gotten rid of before. I know that I have. And then I put it back in here because mostly the packaging, but also I don't believe Pure is around anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Pure is around anymore. And I used to be obsessed with this brand. They used to sell Pure cosmetics at Kohl's, and I used to get it every time I was in there. I used to beg my mom for it. Like, I was obsessed with this brand. And also, it's a freaking Barbie collab. Like, hello, why did I even ever get rid of this? Honestly, I think it's the color story. It does kind of throw me off, but this mixed with other palettes, it's really pretty. I mean, it is expired by now, but more than anything, I'm keeping this for nostalgia. I will definitely not be getting rid of this. And the packaging is almost just like that Tarte packaging that I showed y'all in the beginning of the video. This one I will definitely be keeping. It was a limited edition Physicians Formula, the Breakfast Club collection. I'm a huge fan of The Breakfast Club. I mean, honestly, who isn't? And I will be keeping this forever. I bought this secondhand off of Mercari a while back. I want to say like about 2 years ago now. It's definitely not my favorite. I will say that. It's not my favorite eyeshadow formula at all. I prefer to go in with my Glam Light Nightmare on Elm Street collection now whenever I, you know, want to go for some colors like this. More than anything, I'm keeping this because I'm a really huge fan of A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's one of my favorite you know, scary movie franchises next to The Conjuring, so I will definitely be keeping this. And also 10/10 on the packaging. Like, the packaging is gorgeous. I have a couple of palettes here from NDB Cosmetics. This one is the Heartthrob palette. Oh, this one's gorgeous. I'm definitely going to keep that one. I love the glitters in there. And then we have the Bombshells by NDB. Oh my gosh. The vibrancy, hello. I do feel like I have a lot of these colors in my collection though, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go. And then we have the So 90s palette from Color Fiend. I loved the shit out of this palette. Like, this palette is freaking falling apart. Like, the mirror is freaking coming off. Look at this. Look at this. Like, it's just falling apart. This one has had its time, y'all. She is absolutely gorgeous, as you could tell. I loved her so freaking much. I got so much use out of this one. I want to say this is probably a palette that I used the most in my collection, in my whole entire collection that I've been collecting makeup since I was 14, 15. This palette was well loved, and honestly, she's expired now. She's well loved. She's dusty, crusty, falling apart, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go. But just know, she was well loved. It might not seem to y'all like I've gotten rid of a lot, but I am very proud of myself. This is already the room that we've made so far. Pretty good space, and this is everything that I'm getting rid of. I'm still thinking on that. I might as well just keep it. You know what I mean? I might as well. Okay, baby. We're getting into some nostalgic palettes right here, so let's not judge. We listen and we don't judge when we keep all the palettes in the drawer, okay? When this is supposed to be a declutter. Anyways, okay, so we have the Naked 2. She's not going anywhere. This was my first ever Urban Decay palette. I can't even tell you how many years I've had this. What year did I get this? I'm gonna have to look through and maybe I can like insert it in words how many years I've had this, or maybe I can find a picture on my old Facebook or something. I've literally had this forever. My mom got me this for Christmas one year, and hold on, let me see if I can open it. Still got the original brush intact and everything, baby, and I can't even, like, I've never kept anything nicer in my life except for makeup. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you could probably put some of my makeup in the museum, okay? Because I've been holding on to this forever, and I will never let this one go. Like, you could tell how much I loved her. I never hit pan really on anything, but I loved the shit out of this palette. I used it every time I did my makeup, and she'll never go anywhere. I never started on the first Naked palette because by the time I was like really into makeup and my mom was like buying me higher end stuff, you know, the Naked 2 had came out, so she got me this one, and she will forever be in my collection. Like, hopefully one day I can have her like in a display case or something. We love you, Urban! Now, I did used to have all the Naked palettes. Like, I used to collect them and stuff back in the day, but I got rid of a lot of them, and this is the, like, sole one that I wanted to keep. And then I also bought this one when it came out. I didn't buy it from them, but I bought it, like, secondhand off of Mercari because it was, like, a little bit cheaper, you know? We gotta take the cheap route sometimes. And she was cheaper because, y'all, some of these shadows came busted. They came busted. I did try to repress it as good as possible, but this palette is super gorgeous, and it, like I said, it's my only other Naked palette. I do have the brush somewhere in my brush collection, so I will be keeping this as well. Now we have my Anastasia Beverly Hills collection. Y'all, I don't even touch these palettes. Let's be for real. I don't even touch these palettes anymore. They are just like in here, okay? They're in here because it's hard to let them go. Like, when, like I said before, when you worked hard for something when you were a teenager, you know, and you bought it yourself and you felt good about it, it's hard to get rid of it. And then also, like, nostalgia. Like, I'm somebody that, like, loves nostalgic things, and to keep things, like, that's nostalgic to me, and makeup will always be that. So first we have the Riviera palette. I bought this one off of Mercari as well. I love me some Mercari, okay? I bought this one off of Mercari as well, after it came out, after a little while, just because, honestly, for a while there, Anastasia Beverly Hills was coming out with palettes back to back to back to back, and I could not keep up with it, so I just bought a couple of the ones that I wanted, like, off of Mercari, you know? This one is super, super cute, and I will be keeping her. I have the Prism palette. This was, like, a holiday collection one. I have, actually, one of my first YouTube videos ever. If you scroll down, it was in my mom's, like, back porch, and I was reviewing this palette. Literally, I am so obsessed. I will be keeping this just because nostalgic. Again, one of my first ever YouTube videos, one of my first ever reviews, and like when I was really trying to get into it, so we'll be keeping her. And honestly, I'll probably keep these two as well. The controversial, why did I say it like that? Subculture palette. Everybody hated this palette, but I loved this palette. Like, I used the crap out of this palette in high school. I really, really loved it. I don't know if some people like had bad batches or whatnot. I mean, the shimmers were not the best, especially that one right there. It's a little bit weird, but I loved this palette. Hello, the color story was everything for fall. And then we have the Nordvina palette. I really love the colors in this one, and the shimmers are everything. I need to go through and wipe down some of these. They look rough, but I'm gonna be keeping her as well. I have a couple of palettes here from Wonder Beauty, and honestly, I'll probably be keeping both of these because they are just so stunning. Like, I love the freaking shimmers in here more than anything. They are everything. They are so freaking pretty, and I just feel like I can't get rid of that, especially this one, that green. This one from Makeup Revolution was part of a a Halloween collection, and honestly, it is so freaking pretty. Like, that's why I keep keeping it, because the shimmers and everything are so pretty, but I barely reach for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go, even though it's gonna hurt a little bit. We're gonna let her go. We're not gonna keep everything. We're not gonna keep everything. This is that other Dominique palette I was talking about, Dominique Cosmetics, the Celestial Thunder. Tell me that's not one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen in your life. I got this a long time ago on BoxyCharm, like when I was still purchasing BoxyCharm, before BoxyCharm was even with Ipsy, like when they were their own thing, and I will never get rid of this. I'm just so obsessed. It's definitely expired by now, but I just love. This is like the palette that I fell in love with Dominique Cosmetics. I have this one from Ari World, and I will be keeping this. I think the color story is so stun, and I just love their content. Like, they are amazing, and oh, it's just so pretty. Like, when they did this color story, they knew what they were doing. Look at this. Obsessed. And the packaging is so cool as well. I also have this one from Estate, which I will be keeping. This is the Resort palette. I love this palette. I think this is honestly my favorite palette that Estate has ever done. I just really enjoy it, and these shimmers are everything. I don't think I've only gotten rid of one thing in this row, but I knew this row was going to be hard for me because there's a lot of like sentiment and stuff right here. These two right here are from My Royalty cannot speak. These two right here are from My Royalty Cosmetics, and I will be keeping both. Not only is the color stories, oh, I need to clean her. Oh my gosh, the pink is everywhere. Not only is the color stories freaking gorgeous, but the packaging and the quality, and I just love it. I love these palettes so much, so I will be keeping. This baby right here is from the Thor Ulta collection, and the fact that my little sister bought me this for Christmas last year, I will not be getting rid of it. I think this palette is so freaking cute. It's so freaking cool. The fact that you can like break it up into two different palettes, and it makes it easier for to travel and stuff like that. I just think this is really cool, and I love that my sister remembered that I love Thor. Like, we don't really talk about like Marvel and stuff like that because like I'm not really a huge fan of Marvel, but I have the certain ones that I really love. And my sister, I don't think she really watches any Marvel movies, so the fact that she remembered that I love Thor, like my favorite is Thor and Captain America, then she has my heart forever. Like, I love you, sissy. I'm gonna keep this. This is another palette that I'll never get rid of. It's the Blood Moon palette from Wednesday Cosmetics. It is so gorgeous. This is one of my faves for Halloween, and definitely keeping. Now, these are all from DD Signature, and I freaking love these, y'all. I try not to get rid of them because I just love them. I mean, it is kind of weird that it's just like a row of eyeshadows and like not two rows to me, but other than that, the colors are beautiful and they work like gorgeous. DD Signature has really nice eyeshadows. This one I will definitely keep because I love green. It's gonna be hard for me to get rid of any of these, honestly. The freaking packaging is so cute. That one reminds me of Chapel Roan. I don't know. Oh, Pink Pony Club, baby. That's why I know. This one reminds me of... I don't even know. I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go. We can let this one go. And then this one, I really like that one. You know what? I feel like I don't really keep a lot of pink palettes, so I'm gonna keep this pinky one and this green one, and then I'm gonna get rid of this one. Okay. I have this Ace Beauté palette. This one, I feel like I don't use as much as the other ones. I don't know why. I feel like maybe they don't have as much pigment as some of her other palettes. I don't know why, in my opinion. Maybe it's just like older or something like that, but I don't know. I think I am gonna go ahead and let this one go. It is super, super beautiful, but I don't find myself reaching for it much. I find myself reaching for her other palettes more. I will definitely be keeping my 97 Cosmetics palette, my 90s baby palette. This palette is so gorgeous, and the glitters are absolutely stun. I do have a code with them. I do not remember what it is off the top of my head, y'all. I'm horrible at like literally saying what my codes are and stuff all the time, but I do have a code with them if you want to check them out. They have amazing lip products as well. I love her gloss. I don't remember. What is this from? I think it was called Shy Cosmetics or something like that. This is called the Parallel Universe palette. This is super, super freaking gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Now I know why I don't ever get rid of things, honestly. I really just want to keep those glitters more than anything. You know what? I am going to be, I already did actually depot some of the eyeshadows that I got rid of in my last, video. I wanted to depot a couple of the shadows just because I really liked the shades, you know what I mean? So if y'all have suggestions for a Z palette or like a magnetic palette to put shades in, let me know, because I want to depot some of the shades, like even in these palettes up here, if I really want to keep them, and then condense them into a smaller palette, you know what I mean? So let me know. I also have 3 JCat Beauty palettes right here. I love JCat eyeshadows, but honestly, I know I don't need to keep all of these. Like, come on now. This one is super pretty. I love a green color scheme. Y'all know me. This one, oh lord, oh lord, I love eyeshadow way too dang much, y'all. This is hard for me. This is hard for me. It's like a breakup. Okay. Okay, we have this one, the pink one, and then the green one. I think I'm gonna keep this one just because I think this is a really unique color story. And then out of these two, come on, Sarah, just let it go. Let it go, let it go. Okay, I am going to get rid of the pink one, and I'm going to keep the green one just because I'm a sucker for green. Last row, y'all. Last freaking row, and we can get rid of a few in here. We can get rid of a few. I will definitely be keeping my Conjuring palette, though. I love this. This is from a brand called Dark and Glam Beauty. It is so gorgeous. It's a small business, and they do all things like spooky and stuff, and I really love brands like that. It's so cool. And The Conjuring is, like I said, one of my all-time favorite scary movie franchises. Like, I love it, and so I will definitely be keeping. Okay, we have my Bretman Rock X Wet and Wild palette. This is one of my older palettes. I've had this for years, since it first came out. My boyfriend bought me this because he knew how obsessed I am, and I still am with Bretman Rock. I freaking love him so much, and this is so freaking gorgeous. We'll be keeping forever and ever and ever and ever, and the packaging is so beautiful. It's so Bretman. We have all of the rest of my Wet and Wild palettes, and honestly, y'all, I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. I don't know if I'm gonna be getting rid of any of them. I'm definitely keeping the Saved by the Bell. That is like one of the first PR packages that they ever sent me with their collabs, and I just truly, the nostalgia, it's so hard to get rid of anything. Y'all, I'm gonna clock myself right now because this has never been opened. This has never been opened. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Okay, last Christmas I was in such a funk. I really didn't get into a lot of makeup, so I probably just threw it in here without ever trying it. So actually, it has a lot of scratches on it, but it's unopened. So I really want to give it to one of you guys, so I'm going to put it in my giveaway pile. Definitely keeping the Sesame Street. She's gorgeous. I love this color story. Super, super gorgeous. Oh yeah, baby, she's staying. My Alice in Wonderland, honestly, all of the Alice in Wonderland collabs that I've tried, I think like ColourPop, this one, and maybe one other, this palette is up there. I really enjoy the color story. I think they did really, really well on just embodying Alice in Wonderland in general. I really love this. Definitely gonna forever keep this. Stitch is like literally my favorite Disney character. I have Stitch clothes. Like, I love Stitch. I love Stitch so freaking much. So she will be staying, and I just love love this. Oh my gosh, I did like a little photo shoot when I first got this on my second Instagram, and I was just, oh my gosh, it was so cool. My boyfriend brought me home some sand from work, and I did like a, I was so excited about this. We'll be keeping this forever. And this right here is actually my, I want to say this is like my #1 palette from Wet n Wild. I love this palette right here. It is so colorful. It is so gorgeous, and it's everything. I love this one. I will definitely be keeping. I'm proud of myself that I actually got rid of one, but you know what? It can't go to waste. One of y'all has to love this, okay? We have another palette right here from JCat Beauty. This one is really cool. It has like all shimmers, and then I believe these are like all matte, and then you can also use them as water activated liners. I honestly don't reach for this much, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. And then we have one from Laura Geller. This one is super pretty. Hold on, it's like it has all the essentials in it, and honestly the only reason why I'm gonna keep this is because I feel like these are really good quality eyeshadows, and whenever I need a neutral or like a nude, I feel like this will be a great palette to grab for. Definitely want to keep her. I'll definitely be keeping my Makeup of Murder Burner Foam palette. This is my only eyeshadow palette from them, and obviously she's well loved. I love this palette. I still use it to this day, even though it's probably expired. I don't care. She's gorgeous and will be keeping. The packaging is so neat. I also have this palette here from Too Faced. It's the Nikki Tutorials palette. This one was super controversial, and I just love my girl Nikki, so I will definitely be keeping this forever and ever. And I remember buying this with my own money. I was so excited about it. I think I still have the outer packaging for this too. Okay, we have my own one and only big Natasha Denona palette, and the only reason why I have this is because of freaking Ipsy, literally. And this is so freaking gorgeous. I feel like it's good for, I don't know, I feel like this is a good fall palette, but also holidays palette. Like for this time of the year, baby, I'll be going in with them cranberries, okay? So gorgeous. Definitely keeping. Oh my gosh, do y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this? Graveyard Girl X Tarte Swamp Queen palette. I bought this on off Mercari when I was in high school. Like I searched forever and ever for this. They'd never had it in my Ulta here. So like when I finally found this on Mercari, I snatched it up real quick, mamas. I honestly didn't use it much in high school because I'm not gonna lie, in high school glitter really scared me, but I would probably use the shit out of this now, honestly. And I know it's expired, like baby, this is expired, but I will forever be keeping this. I was so obsessed with the packaging, as well as like I love alligators. Alligators are like one of my favorite freaking reptiles, so I will be keeping this. Will forever be keeping my Urban Decay X Gwen Stefani palette. This was one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in high school. My all-time fave in high school. I'm not even gonna lie. I never touched that blue shade. Like I've touched it a few times since then, but like I never touched that one in high school because it scared the crap out of me. But this was my favorite. Like these are the colors that I went in with all the time, every day when I was getting ready for school, and this baby will forever stay in here. I always wanted to get the blush palette because they had a blush palette as well, and honestly if I found that on Mercari nowadays, I would probably still pick that up even though it's expired, because I just love me some Gwen and I love me some Urban Decay, okay? And this packaging is so Gwen Stefani, is it not? Because her packaging now with Give Beauty is like the black and white. I love this. She's very true to herself. I know I got rid of this one from Pure, and I haven't even touched it since. Like it's so gorgeous. Like it really reminds me of Festival, but I'm never going to use this, so I'm going to go ahead and let it go. And then I have this one from Hip Dot. Actually, I have a few Hip Dot here. I got rid of a lot of my Hip Dot palettes just because I think they went out of business, and like I was really honestly upset about it because I really loved Hip Dot, and they had so many cool collabs like with My Chemical Romance, y'all saw in my last video, and I really enjoyed their eyeshadow palettes. Some of them were a little bit of a hits and some of them were a little bit of a miss, but overall they were a really cool brand. This is so freaking gorgeous. I'm definitely going to keep that because I feel like I got rid of some rainbow palettes, so we can keep that one. And then this Clueless one I will definitely be keeping as well. I don't really use this as much, but I love this. I love the packaging and everything. The color story is very Clueless. And then I have the Play-Doh palette. This one I keep keeping just because Play-Doh was a big part of my childhood like any other, and it's so freaking cute. The packaging, it's just so like little kids, you know what I mean? But I feel like I'm never going to reach for this, so I am going to go ahead and let this one go, even though it hurts a little bit. Definitely gonna keep my Transformation Cosmetics Back to Life palette. She is an all-time fave. Look at that. Love her. Keeping my She Glam Cosmic Come Up. I think this palette is so freaking cool, and the colors are so freaking beautiful. This palette is really, really nice and very, very inexpensive. Really love this. And then I have these two from Makeup Revolution, y'all. You know I contemplate getting rid of these every freaking time, and then when I open them up, I'm like, I can't. I did use this Moana one recently, and it is so freaking gorge. Like, I love this. So I think I am gonna keep this one because hello. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. We also have the Tangled one. Whatever happened to them coming out with these? Like, I really enjoyed these palettes. You know what? I think we're finally gonna let Tangled go. I think we're finally gonna let her go. I kept her mostly because I love the blushes and the highlighters in here. But yeah, I think we're finally gonna let her go. It's time to go. I guess you gotta go. And then I don't know if y'all remember these. They were going viral for a little while on TikTok. They are like the food palettes with Taste Beauty. You can find them at Walmart still, I believe. This one is the Fruity Pebbles. I was actually really shocked at how well these performed for how inexpensive they were. I believe they were like $5 or $6. They were like in the kids makeup section, and I was very shocked at how well they performed. I did like a video with them on TikTok, and it actually went a little viral as well, and I was shocked because my shit does not go viral often. But this color story I really, really love, and I love Fruity Pebbles, so I am gonna keep this one. And then we have also the Hot Cheetos. Let's see. I feel like we can let the Hot Cheetos go. Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, beauties, let me go ahead and put this drawer back together, and then we could see the progress that we made. Okay, y'all, I feel like I did really, really good on this one. I'm not gonna lie. I give myself a round of applause because I felt like I wasn't gonna get rid of anything. To be honest, I'm very, very proud of myself. This is everything that I'm keeping, obviously, and this is everything that I'm getting rid of, as well as that one's going in the giveaway pile. I like I said before, I do want to get some magnetic palettes and maybe go through some of these and keep some of the shades in them, because I really want to do that with like a lot of my palettes, honestly. Y'all see how much palettes take up space. It's taking up 2 different drawers. I could probably definitely condense it down now, but like I like this to have the space. I don't really, I mean, some of the packaging, yeah, I love the packaging and I want to keep it, but like some of it, I don't really care about that stuff. So I would love to find out like some good big magnetic palettes that hold like a good amount of eyeshadow so I can condense down some of this. And honestly, I feel like that would help me with like decluttering and stuff in the future. Like I probably wouldn't even have to really do much declutters, you know, even though we do love them. I wouldn't have to do much eyeshadow declutters because I would be condensed anyways, you know. Alrighty, beauties, I'm not gonna make this outro too long because honestly I want to go ahead and get this video edited and maybe uploaded by tonight or hopefully in the morning. And lately, this past week, I've been doing a lot of planning. Okay, I'm trying to get ready for next year, and you know I've always wanted to put YouTube first, but I've never really done it because it is a lot of work, and I feel like with TikTok and Instagram and trying to keep up with all of that was a lot as well. But this next year, 2025, I really want it to be mostly about YouTube. I want it to be all about YouTube. Obviously, I'm still going to be making TikTok if it doesn't get banned. And obviously, I'm going to still be posting on Instagram my looks and stuff like that. But I really want to focus on this. I want to focus on this because this is everything that I've ever wanted to do. And I want to make music and makeup a thing like every single week. Once a week, I want a music and makeup up. I want reviews up. I want tutorials. I want 10-minute eyeshadows. I want whatever y'all want as well. Like, I want to do that. So we're planning, we're mapping it out, and I'm hoping by 2025 we're going to be on a roll. We're going to be on our YouTube grind, and I'm not going to promise anything, but y'all, I'm planning, and we got some plans, and I'm ready to execute them. So let's hope 2025 is a good year. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video and you want to let me know, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up and leave me a little sparkle emoji, you know, the one with like the 3 stars, in the comments if you stayed here to the end. I love you beauties so freaking much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.